called Stitch and Peel. It is slippery on one side and feels like interfacing on the other. Okay, so it's a little bit grainy on this side here, and it's really smooth on this side. They are laser cut to become the right size. So they're exactly the right size they need to make all of your little shapes. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to peel them open. And this is the hardest part right here, getting them started.
Does it work if you bend it a little tiny bit?
You take a pin sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you take a pin. So, yeah, they're all a little bit different. Yeah, you have to be careful when you slash it, because if you go through, it won't. Well, you get a bump. No, you get a bump in your applique shape. So.
Oh, okay. So a pin really isn't advisable.
It's not the best.
Okay.
So. Yeah, so there you go. So you're going to peel it out like that. And this piece, as you can see, is very sticky.
So the plastic piece is what?
The plastic piece goes to the trash, and this piece you're going to put down on the wrong side of your fabric. Okay? So these are all down. They're on the wrong side of this fabric. Okay, and so at this point, if you touch it, it just feels like interfacing. They just feel like stiff leaves. So if anybody wants to touch them, you're welcome to.
And it just sticks. You didn't.
It just sticks. No, and you can reposition it. So if you put them wrong, you can just move them and reposition them. Or if you want to fussy cut something and get a specific point to show up, you can just move them around. And then we're going to turn all the edges, because eventually we want them to look like this when we put them on. So they have these flags on them. Okay, so those go like that. Before you sew them, they're going to have these flags on them, and that flag then has to get tucked under as part of your sewing process. But the first thing we need to do is actually cover them. So the best way to do it, and there's a couple different, everybody's going to have a little bit different way to do these. I am right-handed, so I like to work from the left and come towards myself. And you can use either the Yoo-Hoo glue or the sew line glue. I like the Yoo-Hoo a little better. It's a little stickier to me. It gives me a little more control. So I just put it on like that. And then I'm going to...
Where do you get that? At the juice or something?
Yeah, you can get it at, most people get them at Staples. It's the place I find them cheapest, okay? And then I do this first. So I'm just taking mine and I'm just finding the ridge. So I do find the ridge first, and I kind of get this to stand up a little bit. And then I'm just going to fold it over. Okay? And I use my finger and my add a quarter. And just...
It's a purple thing.
Or, sorry, it's the purple thing. I'm so used to saying my add a quarter. And I just pet it basically down until it is stuck. And then I just keep moving, and I keep my finger behind it to hold it long enough for that glue to dry. And I just work my way around. At some point, you're going to get to a point where you have this little thing where you have to make a pleat. As long as your pleat is on this side, it's okay.
So you make a pleat rather than a little slit.
Correct. You do not cut, because I don't want it to ravel. So
on this one, Judy